Never Airando. The lift that's pulling us up feels especially slow. Traveling at the same speed inside the lift, we can't feel it accelerating. It makes me almost wonder if we're really heading upward or not. Could be falling further and farther downward for all we know. My feet are frozen to the spot. Bottomless fear grips me. Sarah's eyes are downcast. She hasn't uttered a single word. God damn it! I'm the same. My phone dropped on the floor. I can't help but feel that whatever I say, it'll be inappropriate. Anything about Sarah, cutting, the church, Avalon, the island, whichever I choose to talk about, it won't be my words. What can I talk about in my own words? I lost someone important to me a long time ago. No, that's not quite right. I gather up the remaining fragments of my memories and face the past I've forgotten and the facts I couldn't even accept. I think I probably killed her. I don't want that to happen again. But even if I were able to turn back time, all I'd do is repeat the same mistake. I haven't changed at all. Not since the day when I was unable to make amends during our final encounter. When I could only stand there, watching idly by. But I can't be who I was that day forever. I have to change. I want to change. This might be the first time I've actually wished for it. I've been looking for myself all this time. I've clung to the self I've discovered. She believed in me to the end. I'd always thought that staying the same and preserving who I was that day was the least I could do to lay her soul to rest. But that's not good enough. If I don't change, I will never be able to save anybody. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it now. I'm sick of it now. Who knows? If what Sarah said about this planet's history is true, then people have fought each other over and over throughout time. Misunderstanding one another, hating each other, killing each other. If this world is what results of that, then we might not have any scope to change. But people are reincarnated, right? Even if they've lost their memories or forgotten the lessons they've learned, those experiences should still be etched in their hearts. That's not so that they'll repeat the same mistakes. We're reborn so that we never make the same mistakes in our next lives. I should have died that day. I should have died once. But she gave me another chance. That's why I'm going to change. If I don't do it now, I won't be able to face myself anymore. I won't be able to face anyone. Not the girl who sent me here. And not least of all, myself.
Setsuna-san.
Sarah? There's a warmth in my chest. Her arms are wrapped around my back, her tickling my nose.
私も変わりたいです。あの頃の自分のままはもう嫌なんです。
Back then?
私はかつて人を殺めました。この言葉で、この手で。
Her arms squeeze tightly.
大切な人を殺したんです。
Her nails dig into my back.
今でも覚えています。ただれて皮のそぎ落ちた顔を、炭みたいになった手足を。
My back grows hot.
そしてあの人は私の腕の中で息を。
The areas touched by Sarah's body are searing.
あんなのはもう嫌です。 自分はもう嫌なんです。できることなら今すぐに生まれ変わりたいです。
Sarah, you... I cast my eyes to the floor. Her lips meet mine. They're hot, burning. Although all thoughts and emotions vanish, that sole sensation dominates both my body and mind. She bites my lower lip, teasingly, relentlessly, over and over, like she's communicating her love to her sweetheart. Stop it, Sarah! I draw away from her. What's with you? Who am I to you? Listen, Sarah, I'm just a stranger. Am I really?
大切な人を亡くされたんですよね。
Yeah, that's right.
今も忘れられないんですよね。
Yes, that's exactly right.
私も同じです。だから
Why what?
変わりましょう、せつなさん。今この瞬間から。
Our lips lock once more. I have no energy left to resist. Nothing changes simply because you want it to change. You have to throw something away in order to change, discover something new. But to me, she's...
せつなさん、私は感謝したいです。
A thread of silver bridges our
こ
lips.
の行為を許してくれた昔の人に心から感謝したいです。
Sarah buries her face in my chest. Something's filling the gaping hole in my heart. That might be what's necessary to stop it from bleeding away any further.
お願いです。せつなさん、せめて上に着くまでこのまま。
Are we heading up or plunging down? The lift that's pulling us up really does feel slow. People are reincarnated. But how long does that take? 5 years, 50, maybe a millennium. 10 millennium? Are we doomed to suffer until that time comes?
Bro, Setsuna, you're cheating on Dinne. Adultery, bro.
The crowd is jostling around in the shopping district as it approaches closing time. In my pocket is today's salary, the money I received from Sarah. I feel like today it means something quite different to yesterday. I have no inclination to spend it at any shop.
お、せつな君、どうした景気の悪い顔して。
Oh, it's you, Baker-san.
って本当に顔色悪いね。何かあった？
It's okay. I'm a bit tired. This is between me and Sarah. No, maybe it's my own issue. I could have refused Sarah's kisses back then, but I didn't. My heart aches so desperately. I can't stand it. But I don't think I did anything wrong. If I allow my heart to keep on bleeding, it won't be long before I bleed out. And I can hardly let that happen in a place like this. Never mind that, Baker-san. You have any beer? Oh, and anything that'll make Dinne happy.
そうそう、ちょうど珍しいものが入荷してね。おや、
Baker-san gazes stops at my neckline.
それもしかしてキスマークかい？
I frantically cover it up. That Sarah, I'll be damned if she didn't do that on
って
purpose.
ことは彼女さんと仲良くしてきたのかな？羨ましいね、この。
I told you, I don't have a... Wait. Does this make her my girlfriend? Sarah, who lost someone dear to her long ago. Sarah, who wishes beyond all else to change. Could I refuse that wish of hers? Could say the same applies to me. I've have to throw something away in order to change. Discover something new. If we need each other, then it should be fine for us to just use one another. What's so wrong about that?
おや手にも歯型彼女さんと一体どんな遊びしてたのかなせつな君は。
Hanky panky for that's what my mom says to me. Oh, that's actually from a different girl.
おっと浮気はダメだよせつな君。女の子を泣かせたら男が廃っちゃうよ。
Then that would make me a crying disgrace. Both girls did end up in tears after all. I didn't necessarily make them cry, but I'm just as guilty for being incapable of wiping away their tears.
ま、たまにはいいんじゃないかな。こんな世の中だ。息抜きもしないとね。ただし、最後には責任取ること。
Responsibility?
結婚だよ。せつな君もいい年なんだから、そろそろ身を固めないとね。
So that's how someone my age is seen on the island.
もちろん、その前にいろんなことをきちんと清算してからね。
I wonder if a time will eventually come when I'm able to settle everything once and for all. But even if that time were to come, all that'd be left inside me would be...
というわけで、新生活の際には、ぜひベイカー雑貨店をごひいきに。
So, it was all just a sales pitch, huh?
うちも生活かかってるからね。何か買ってってくれよ。入院してる神さんのためだと思って。
In the hospital? Is she feeling unwell?
いや、大したことはないんだけどね。医療費がかさんで。
あんた飯できてんだからとっとと店じまいしちまいな。
A lively woman's voice rings out from the back of the shop. Who's in the hospital again?
バレちまっちゃしょうがない。よし、今日はおまけしとくよ。
Well, guess it's all experience. I should probably try and be a bit bolder
はい、
myself.
ビールとそれからリネちゃんにはこれはどうかな。
What's this? I peer carefully at the object he's pushed into my hands. No matter how you look at it, this is...
教科書で見たことない貝殻だよ。巻貝のね。
Nautilus shell, bruh? And this will make her happy?
珍しいものとか古いものが大好きだからね。例えば電池とか帽子とか。
Hats? I glance up at the sky. No, the roof. I see. Guess there isn't any need for hats on this island.
それから昔話とかも大好きだね。
Yeah, that's right. Her interest in ancient relics isn't the product of mere nostalgia, I'm sure. Take that blueprint handed down to her by her forefathers. She must have felt some kind of romance in that. Okay, I'll take the shell too. Frankly, spending precious money on something this useless is stupid, to say the least. But I was thinking about treating her to something nice today. Also, a scarf, please. Baker-san hence and freezes for a moment.
ああ、そうだね。今日は寒いからね。
The smile on his face seems genuine, neither knowing nor the polite grin of a salesman.
そのマフラーかっこいい。
Dinan welcomes me home with a smile the moment I pass through the front door. But for some reason, I can't bring myself to look at her in the face directly.
顔ポーズ決めて、切ないイエロー水産ってやって。
Setsunagero to the rescue.
かっこいい。
Why did I actually do a pose in real life? Getting too into this. What am I doing straight after walking through the door?
じゃあ次、切ないイエロー爆散。
Detonate?
物語の最後ではね、ヒーローは自分の命を犠牲にして世界の平和を守るんだよ。
What's with the downer of an ending?
やっと元気になってくれた。
Huh?
だって帰ってきた時の刹那、 なんだか元気なかったから。
So right through me, huh?
バレバレだよ。私、刹那のことなら何でもお見通しだもん。
Hearing that, I reflexively adjust my scarf. I guess this kind of thing doesn't wash with her.
やっぱりお皿洗いの仕事、つらい？水冷たいもんね。
Dina takes my hands and warms them with her breath.
わあ、すっごく真っ赤。油塗らなきゃ、油。
Luckily, the teeth marks that were left on my hand have faded and only a little redness remains. It's okay, I'm just tired from a bunch of stuff that happened today.
いろいろって？
That's... Dina looks up at me intently. I feel like she'll see through my lie right away. Just a bunch of stuff. Don't worry so much about it, I'm fine.
嘘。
Huh? What part of that was a lie?
もしかして、新人いびり？
Perhaps I've overestimated her. Never mind that. Here, a present for you. I dropped the shell into her hand. It's a pretty big shell, but it looks even more remarkable in her tiny hand.
貝だ！
Yep, it's a shell.
見て見て！ほら、刹那！貝だよ！貝！
Yep, that's a shell, alright.
貝だよ！おっきな貝だよ！とてつもない貝だよ！
Whoa, she's happy. Way too happy.
ちょっと、おじいちゃんに見せてくるね。
Isn't he sleeping? I can hear snoring.
叩き起こす！
Don't do that. Just calm down, okay?
でも、貝だよ。ああ、どうしよう、貝だよ。
So cute. Her eyes have started welling up. What's with this girl? But then again, it was worth shelling out that much money if it's making her this happy. Guess that's why Becca's-san wouldn't cut a deal on such a rare item. Of course, he might have just been taking advantage of me. Right. Wait a moment. I'll make dinner.
じゃあ、私も手伝う。
Oh, thanks. I still don't know how much water to add to rice, though.
ああ、でも貝が。でも手伝いも。ああ、貝どうしよう。
Go profess your love to it in your room.
二枚貝も捨てがたいけど、やっぱり巻き貝だよね。なんと言っても形が素敵だよね。
Yeah, I guess so.
こんな複雑な形、人間には作れないよね。ああ、やっぱり貝ってすごいな。
Except for artists that can. Yeah, I guess.
もう、聞いてる？
I am. Dina is now spending our nighttime excavation talking about shells at length. Seems she really does love them. She shut herself in her room after dinner too. Seriously. If she likes that shell so much, she should just marry it. She can leave the wedding speech to me. Look, put it away properly. You'll never see it again if you lose it out here. I sweep my eyes across the snowy plain. This place is way too vast to search in, isn't it? Will we really find what we need? Would Dina ever finish her device? I still don't know what it is she's trying to make. Will the day ever come when we're able to save the world?
貝って不思議だな。
We'll never find anything at this rate. Actually, I'm the one who's not found anything yet. The stars are shining brighter than usual tonight. The air is bitingly cold. I feel like it's piercing through my skin. It almost makes me miss the humidity, the moist, warm atmosphere from before.
あのね、世界のどこかには海ってのがあってね。
Yeah, I know.
それでね、砂浜ってところには貝がいっぱいいるんだって。
Yeah, I know.
一度でいいから行ってみたい
The ocean. And where on earth would that be? Over the snowy mountain range in the distance? Or even further afield at the ends of the earth? Wherever it is, it's too far for
な
us
で
to...
ね、砂浜をね、貝を探しながら散歩するの。せつなと一緒にね。
I feel a vice-like grip on my heart.
疲れたら砂浜に座っておしゃべりするの。ずっと遠くまで広がってる海を見ながらね。
It's an innocent little dream, but there's no way it's coming true.
楽しいだろうな。綺麗だろうな。
It's never coming true. Not again.
じゃあここから向こうが海ね。
Huh? Turning my gaze to Dinne. I see she's drawn a line in the snow.
で、こっちが砂浜。はい、座って座って。
She forcibly sets me down. My ass is freezing here.
よいしょっと。
She sits herself snugly beside me. Well, this makes up for it. I'll play along.
綺麗だね。せつな。
You're so much prettier.
もう違うよ。海を見て、海を。
Huh? Isn't that what you're supposed to say?
はい、やり直し。綺麗だね、せつな。
Jeez. Yeah, it is. Dinne.
カモメが飛んでるよ。
There's a whole school of dolphins over there.
見て、おっきな貝見つけちゃった。
It's massive. Looks like your collection's grown again. Dinne's eyes narrow, like she's thinking about something far away. I wonder what kind of ocean is reflected in those eyes. Wonder if it's the one I know. Did you know, Dinne,
ん？
the ocean flows in and out, and the waves, they break on the shore.
打ち寄せる？ドカーンって？
Nah, it's more like a swish.
ザザーン？
Ta-tan. Ta-tan. Dinne tilts her head to one side. Just like this. I hold up the shell to her ear. So? Can you hear it?
聞こえる？ザザーンって。
That's the sound of the waves. You always hear that on the shore. Always. It's almost like a lullaby. It'd be great if she could listen to the real thing. Then we'd be able to look for shells on the shore together. Chat to one another as we looked out towards the ocean for real. Oh. And Sarah and Karin would be there too. There'd be plenty of food, and there'd be no hurting each other or fighting. That world, we'd be able to live our lives normally, like normal people. Well, Sarah's a bit otherworldly, and Karin's got a sharp tongue, and Dinne's something of a space cadet. Maybe they wouldn't hit it off at first. Though I'm sure the three of them would fight, make up, and become fast friends in no time. They will. I'm sure.
ね、せつな。もしかして行ったことあるの？
Yeah, I'm sure. A long time ago. But now that's all a dream. Simply dreaming and escaping reality won't solve anything. We can link the dreaming for everyone when everything's over.
ね、私も連れてって。海。
Yeah, I'll take you there someday. After I've finished settling everything from the past.
絶対だよ。
Yeah, for sure. When I rub Dinne's head through her hat, she narrows her eyes in pleasure.
ありがとう、せつな。
She's overjoyed at the mere promise. I wonder how delighted she'd be if I were to actually take her to the sea. Maybe she'd get so emotional she'd cry, or even swoon.
あのね、お返しにせつなにも素敵な音を聞かせてあげる。
Something awesome? Dinne pulls something out of her out from the bottom of her pouch. It's the cassette player. But unlike how it was yesterday, there are cables attached to the device, and there's a makeshift battery pack next to the back. Did you?
さっき完成したの。ね、一緒に聞いてみよう。
She brings her face right up to mine, then puts on an earbud in her right ear, and the other one in my left.
いい？行くよ。
Din's slender finger presses the play button. The tape inside starts to spin. It's a cacophony of noise, so loud that I can still hear it with the earbud out. I thought my eardrums were about to burst. Is the tape busted? Cassette tapes are analog, and data is recorded on a magnetic tape. The data can be easily erased if it's near a strong magnet, and of course it'll deteriorate over time. I figured as much. This cassette player and I have been on a long journey together. A never-ending journey. So long that even the human memory will quiver and reveal. Sorry, Dinette, seeing as you fixed it for me and all. But with a tape like this, all we can do is give up. I pause. Dinette? Dinette's been still and unblinking this whole time. With one of the earbuds inserted on one side. Can you hear something? Dinette covers the earbud with one hand and listens in silence. To the noise, to something that's being emitted. She begins to speak, almost like she's catching the sound, the voice she's hearing. Discovering memory washed away by the waves of time. My eyes follow the moves. Dinette? Did she just say Dinette just now? That was the only word I managed to catch. Finally, Dinette takes out the earbud and lets out a short sigh. Her forehead is drenched with sweat. Did you hear it?
テープ、途中で切れちゃったみたい。
Looking down the cassette player, I see that only the motor is spinning. As I open the lid, hands trembling, the weathered magnetic tape flutters in the wind, torn to ribbons. Like ashes.
That's what happened to the CD. I reckon it said, Dinne, I love you or something. I don't know, or Dinne, we'll be reunited or whatever.
End of the line, huh? Did you hear anything? Even just the beginning's fine.
ちゃんとした文章として聞き取れたのは一文だけ。
Dinne goes silent, almost like she's hesitant to speak.
リンね、俺はお前を救うために時を超えてやってきた。
There you go, bro. Kind of similar.
Traveled through time?
でも変なの。
Strange?
ね、女の人の声だったの。女の人が俺って言うかな。
That is strange. Maybe she's leading her line from the book or something.
あ、それだ。きっとそれだよ。リンダっておとぎ話に出てくるリンダのことだよ。
So, the eye would be Sethna, right?
すごい偶然。そんなテープをセツナが持ってたなんて。
But you were the one who fixed it. Maybe this is fate. Maybe our hearing the tape was fixed to point in a time. What purpose then?
でも私が知ってるおとぎ話とはちょっと違うような。
How?
だって私聞いたことないもん。セツナが時を超えてきたなんて。
I just remembered. We are going through the steps of one of Setsuna books. I think one of the books he wrote. Like, not me, the previous Setsuna, the one that died on the island. Bones. Yeah. I think we're just recounting one of the books. He's probably an all-seeing guy that he died.
Information gets lost with time. Human memories shift, legends get rewritten. Dates become filled with a noise. That part might have been erased at the time the scriptures were written. Perhaps it was the tape's version which had been dramatized. Whatever the truth is, there's no way of knowing. We don't even know if there's any truth to it at all.
でも、なんだかかっこいいね。たった一人の女の子のために時を超えてやってくるなんて。
That's just what I've done! Have no fear, I am here. I came to save you, Dinne. From the past. Back where summer existed. Back where this was an actual island, rather than just be called the island. There was an ocean right below our feet, I think. I have come to rescue you, Dinne. From your demise, I think.
私だったら好きになっちゃうかも。
Give up chasing a guy like that. If you want to date someone, just choose a normal guy.
そんなのつまらないよ。
Isn't a normal guy enough?
普通じゃダメだよ。
Well, you might be right. She is trying to save the world after all. If a man wants to be worthy of her, he ought to be a time traveler or something at least.
どこかから来てくれないかな、私の王子様。
Dinah starts longingly past the line underfoot at the ocean. Stares longingly. For a moment, she looks awfully fragile. But that was only just for a moment.
でも、待ってるだけじゃダメだよね。
She mutters, standing up and dusting the snow of her bullocks. Buttocks. Sorry? We're not on a bench where lullabies are sung, but in a world of death, awash with white. Nothing will come from just waiting. Nothing will be achieved from just panicking. She understands that all too well.
休憩終わり。再開しよう、探し物。
Never Island.
ここがこう繋がって、これがこっちで。
Jeez, what a shot, bro. What a position to look at. Man. Yeah, this would be really bad if in her age she was an adult. Wasn't an adult, I mean. Cause our age she is definitely not an adult. Wait a second. She's 13. Okay, so I'm guessing... Hold on. Never mind, I'm confusing myself now. Dinah is in a fierce struggle with the massage chair as she constantly goes back to the blueprints. When we used it yesterday, she had forcibly shut it down, and that killed part of the wiring.
このパーツには予備がないんだったっけ？
What is it? I'll go look for some.
明日でいいよ。もう夜も遅いから。外はすっごく冷えるよ。
Dinah answers without looking in my eye. Without looking me in the eye. Without any knowledge of me. All I can do is help Dinah in search. All I can do to help Dinah is watch her back.
せつな、設計図の8番と12番持ってきて。
And odd jobs, I guess. Here's number 12. I haven't seen number 8. Don't you have it?
あれ、おかしいな。そんなはず。もういらないと思ったからトイレの紙にしちゃったんだった。
Don't wipe your ass with those valuable blueprints.
だって貴重なちり紙を無駄にするなっておじいちゃんに怒られたんだもん。
That old man is wiping his ass. More important than saving the world.
だいたい覚えてるからなんとかなるかな。
Sort of. Are you sure you'll be all fine?
大丈夫。私に任せて。
I'm more than a bit worried, to be honest.
じゃあ作り直して。再生機持ってきてあるから。
Dinah points at the desk, looking sullen. But sitting on the desk is... Oh, it's just a laptop. When I turn on the power, the manufacturer's logo displays on the screen. Finally a desktop. Even I just Even I can just about understand this. Open up the folder. The file for number 8 is... Oh, here it is.
使い方は、あ、もう再生してる。
So, where's the printer?
プリント？
She doesn't have one?
はい、紙と鉛筆。それと、鉛筆を削るのはこのナイフ。
That's rather low tech. I take this scrap of paper from Dinne and start copying the blueprint. There aren't any sketching tools around, of course, so I use a piece of wood for straight lines and draw the rest freehand.
潰れてて読めないとこは無視していいよ。
Actually, you can just zoom in on it. I press the plus button on the screen.
すごい！読めるようになった！
I'm surprised you've been able to get as far as you have. Done.
褒めてるの？それともけなしてるの？
Both. By the way, can you pinch your fingers together on the trackpad? By the way, you can just pinch your fingers on the trackpad to zoom in and zoom out.
ほんとだ！私にもやらせてやらせて！
Dinne sits herself down on my knees, her eyes gleaming. She's such a big kid. This is how you view all the windows. It's useful for when you want to open lots of files at once.
へえ、他には？
This is what you do when you're watching porn and your family suddenly comes in. Yeah, I do that too.
エロ動画？
How should I say this? They're moving pictures. The ones with naked ladies.
そんなの見ないよ。
You can download as many of them as you want if you connect to the internet. I doubt the internet's still around though. This laptop comes with a webcam. Want to film something, Dinne?
エロ動画を？
What? Why? No, just a regular movie. I type a few keys and load up the webcam application.
私の顔だ！セツナも映ってるよ。
Everything's surprising her. Look, the mic's right there. Say something.
急に言われても困るよ。
Just give a self-introduction, okay?
リンネ・オハラ、13歳。
That alone was enough to make her seize up. There's nothing for it. Let's try the interview method. Who was your first love?
セツナかな？
Her big brother, huh? Well, that explains a lot. Well, that happens a lot. And your measurements?
知らないよ。
Are you nervous?
だって。
How about saying, what's that poking in my back?
ねえ、なんだかエッチなやつじゃないこれ。
How did you know?
まあ、普通のって言ったのに。
Sorry, I got
そ
carried
れで、
away.
さっきから背中に当たってるのは？
Just a plank of wood.
まあ
What? Why? What did you think it was?
もう終わり
Oh, she closed the webcam application.
怒るよ、セツナ。私、怒ったら怖いんだからね。
Okay, Hulk. Oh, what happens?
ほっぺた、すっごく膨らむよ。
Whoa, that sounds scary.
もう
Maybe I went too far.
そうだ。拡大できるんだったら。
Dinne looks back towards the screen. Displayed on it is the blueprints from before.
ね、この隅っこの注釈っぽいところ読める？
I try zooming in on the spot Dinne is pointing to. English, huh? There's too many complicated words, I'm afraid. Can you?
というか、英語って何？
I see. So English is a dead language on the island. So does this mean that these blueprints were handed down by the people on the island? Or did they write them in English thinking the Japanese would become obsolete? If I'd known about this, I'd have studied harder.
どうせ私、バカだもん。
No, it's not you. It really isn't. I pat her on the head and get back to work on the blueprints. After copying for some time, I suddenly feel the diagram resembles an assembly manual for more than a blueprint. For example, the part depicted here is from a microwave, and this one is a radio antenna. lots of random parts as well.
ターディオントランスポーターの予備ってあったっけ？
And she seems to have an idea of what to do with those.
あった！よかった、取っておいて。
It's like the blueprints were designed for people with no specialist knowledge, like us. Just maybe. Is this the battery we're looking for? We were looking for? There is an unfamiliar square part in the center of the roots, where all the wires converge. Size-wise, it's about 10 centimeters long.
そう。SAM505 型。今は古い発電機をつなげてるんだけど、電力不足でうまく起動しないの。SAM505 型はレア中のレアでね。私もまだ見たことがないんだ。
Will you ever find one?
絶対見つかるよ。諦めなければね。
She doesn't plan to do that, of course. Even if it takes years, decades. You might even be an old granny when it's finished.
じゃあ、セツナはおじいちゃんだね。
For real? Well, yeah, even then.
本当に？最後まで付き合ってくれる？
Yeah, of course. I don't care how long it takes. I'll wait as long as I have to. That's the reason I'm here. I'll stick with you till the bitter end, until this weird-ass machine is finished.
へんてこじゃないよ。超時空ロボ、アイランダーだよ。
Oh, wanna bet on that? I'll bet everything I have.
じゃあ私は、この回をかけるよ。
I don't want that. So, that robot makes her happier than Shell does, huh? I don't get her taste at all.
第3話、宇宙怪獣マキマキ襲来。
Don't bring enemies into the picture. Get the robot finished first.
了解。リンネ隊員、任務に戻ります。
Jeez. What'll I do if she's still like this when she's an old lady?